Like, share, subscribe. Shouts out to the Lions Den community. And don't y'all forget to subscribe to the podcast show. Link will be pinned in the top of the chat.
Just name the channel who could bang with us. I'll prove that you are smoking dust. GTV Media is top notch in this game, y'all. You failures only have yourself to blame, y'all. Ticket TV and a weapons make you suckers cry. Why don't you close your channel, crawl into a hole and die? Shout out to those who love our movement, no, we'll never flop until you get your mouth on LGBT. We are the underground out the job. We built this whole thing by ourselves, no in y'all. Independence start with self-preservation. If you can't take care of self, then how can you build a nation, y'all? Yup, we got that merch for the ladies and yes, we even got that merch for the babies and we got appliances and everything that you will need. We got some banging songs that make anemic haters bleed.
All right, you guys. So like, share, subscribe, ring that bell so that you guys will get updated whenever I release video content on the channel. And we're gonna get into this video, man. Make sure that you guys subscribe, hit that bell after you subscribe. After you hit that bell, you're gonna see an all button. Hit that all button. That way you guys will get all the updates whenever I release video content on the channel, man. If y'all can hear me, press 2. We're going to get right into this one, man. Let me know y'all can hear me in the comments, man. Press 2. Let me get a mic check real quick, and then we on with the show, man. Y'all can hear me? All right, man. Oh, and salute to the people who sent donations yesterday. I appreciate y'all. There was a couple people who sent donations to the Cash App. Salute to all of y'all. If y'all want to, the link is pinned at the top of the comments. But let's get into this video, man. There's been a lot of things going on around surrounding, P. Diddy and, with his allegations, him being currently arrested and locked down in the Metropolitan Detention Center in New York. And, there's just been a lot of different allegations surrounding him. There was an infamous video before this whole situation popped off, and where NBA superstar LeBron James infamously was on the video Instagram Live, I believe it was, with Diddy. They was basically celebrating, Diddy parties. And LeBron James, superstar for the Los Angeles Lakers, basically, said, party like a Diddy party. And Diddy and Bron were basically hyping that up. And that went viral. And then shortly after that video, all of these things came down on Sean Combs. And LeBron James, NBA superstar, has had no comment on the entire situation. Surprisingly, no NBA media have spoken about this the entire time. No NBA or Lakers media have asked LeBron James any questions about this, which is strange that the media wouldn't ask any questions about this, being the nature of the situation. But we understand that. And now, situation has got more dicier. LeBron James, who had stated that he was going to play all 82 games this season, out of the blue, said that he missed last game against the Portland Trailblazers. And then the coach, the fake coach for the Los Angeles Lakers, JJ Redick, came out and basically said that LeBron James is now away from the team. He said he's taking a leave of absence for personal reasons, LeBron James, from the team. So LeBron James has been removed himself from the Lakers team right now. He's taking a leave of absence out of nowhere for personal reasons. And now on ESPN yesterday, you had a celebrity come out and make some starch claims about NBA superstar LeBron James. Now, Colby Covington has now taken aim at LeBron Ramon James, and he has said that he hopes that LeBron James gets locked up in the same cell as Diddy. Now, according to the reports out of MMAweekly.com, former intern welterweight champion does not like LeBron James and took aim at him during the UFC on ESPN 63 media days over his ties to Sean Diddy Combs. Now, according to this report, it says that former UFC intern welterweight champion Colby Covington has never been a fan of LeBron James. On several occasions, Covington has targeted LeBron James in insults and criticism during interviews and press conferences. On Wednesday, during the UFC on ESPN 63 Media Day, Colby Covington again took aim at LeBron James' alleged ties to Sean Diddy Combs. Now, before taking questions, Covington sat down. He picked up the microphone and immediately addressed LeBron James. Let me stop right here 1 second. First of all, you're John Doe and you're asking me a question. Why are you so determined to see this man destroyed? I'm just reporting the news, sir. I don't see you getting upset at the actual media that's putting out these articles I gave you. I didn't create this story. I just reported it. You don't come in here and say that when I talk about Linda McMahon. You don't come in here and say that when I talk about Mike Jeffries. You don't come in here and talk about when I say that when I talk about Vince McMahon. You don't come in here and say that when I talk about Garth Brooks. So know your role and shut your damn mouth when I'm talking, boy. All right? Get off your knees, brother. Now back to what I was saying. You can get mad. It's not going to stop me from reporting the news. If it's in the news and I want to talk about it, I'm going to talk about it. If you don't like it, take your candy ass somewhere else. Point blank, period. You understand what I'm saying? Now, back to business. Before taking questions, Covington sat down, picked up his microphone, and immediately addressed LeBron James. And I quote, he said, I'm going to start this off because I'm the man of the hour, the man of the show. I want to ask LeBron James, what does he mean by there's no party like a Diddy party? I truly want to know. Not only that, LeBron, how many Diddy parties have you actually been to? I'm really curious to know. Is that the reason you left social media? Because of all the backlash you were getting for going to so many Diddy parties? It's just pathetic. He also went on to say, people think this guy is a role model. He wants to defund the police, the most patriot people in America serving and protecting our country. LeBron, you're an effing scumbag, and I hope you get locked up in the same cell as Diddy. The article says Combs was arrested and indicted in the Southern District of New York on charges of racketeering, sex trafficking by force, and transportation for purposes of P in September. He remains in federal custody awaiting trial. Meanwhile, Colby Covington headlined Saturday's UFC on ESPN 63 fight card at Amalie Arena in Tampa, Florida, against the rising Joe Quinn Buckley. The event will mark the fourth time the fight promotion has held an event in the Gulf Coast city. And this isn't the only one. LeBron James seemingly has problems with UFC celebrity fighters, or fighters that are celebrities in the UFC. There's a guy by the name of Chael Sonnen that's come out for the last couple of years with scathing allegations against LeBron James. He's accused LeBron James of using performance enhancement drugs and cheating the game. LeBron James never responded to him. or to those allegations. He claimed that he had the same exact supplier as LeBron James. He claimed that LeBron James was using an illegal drug called an EPO. And he said that this drug, it just helps you keep going and going. You never get tired. And so that's what he claimed that LeBron James was using. LeBron James never had an answer for that. But now the allegations are getting, or the questions are getting more and more serious. As LeBron James, I just told y'all, he's just taken a leave of absence from the NBA due to personal reasons. Now, nobody knows the nature of these personal reasons, but it's a lot going on right now. You got Tony Busby out here walking dudes down. You understand what I'm saying? And all of these other things. Theodis Duncan says, Ticket, you can't use Covington. Every real fighter in the NBA hates Covington. Well, I spoke about more than Covington. I just told you about Chael Sonnen and what Chael Sonnen said about LeBron James. He's a UFC fighter. Now he works at ESPN. And he flat out said that LeBron James is a cheater, and LeBron James said nothing to him. He didn't answer it. He didn't respond to him. He didn't say, hey, man, this is my name. He didn't say anything. And the guy said that he has the same exact drug supplier because he admitted himself that he used those performance enhancement drugs. Chael Sonnen has stated this on numerous occasions. He didn't get a defamation letter from LeBron James, as far as I know. He hasn't stopped saying it, and he's dared LeBron James to do something about what he's saying. So it's multiple guys that have made allegations against LeBron James. And so now you're saying Chael is more respectable. Okay. Well, then he made allegations against LeBron James as well. So, like I said, Theodis Duncan Jr., it ain't my job to come out here, you understand what I'm saying, and act like I'm the moral police. What I'm going to do is I'm going to read the reports to you, and you do your own investigation, and I'll do mine, right? So you can get upset. You can get mad. It's not going to stop the fact that LeBron James did say it ain't no party like a Diddy party. It's not going to. So now you're saying LeBron is guilty, huh? Bruh, stop trolling, man. Now you're saying you agree with me. So what the hell is all this cap for? You just want to be seen in the comment section, bro? Come on, man. We ain't got time for that this morning. And no, LeBron James is not guilty until he's found guilty in the court of law. Those are just allegations. You understand? See, until somebody's found guilty in the court of law, or until you have evidence, right now he's facing allegations. So we'll leave it at the allegations. You understand? Till he has evidence. But the allegations are adding up. Right? Allegations are adding up. Right? And so you also had a woman by the name of Cappie Pondexter, who used to be a star. She was a former all-star in the WNBA. Her name was Cappie Pondexter. I don't know if you guys remember her or not. Now, Cappie Pondexter also had past allegations against LeBron James, in which LeBron James, to our knowledge, we didn't hear any public response. Any public response from LeBron James. A lot of those articles that Cappie Pondexter that was up, they have all been mysteriously, from what I can see, erased from online. Right? Most of those allegations and those articles were scraped from the internet. But there's still some that's up there. And I want to show you some of the ones that's up there because this was, you know, very interesting. Now, again, LeBron James is innocent until proven guilty in the court of law. But these are allegations that have been made against the man over the years. With the recent one, Colby Covington coming out saying that LeBron James wants to defund the police and stuff like that. And then he's questioning LeBron James about his associations with Diddy and questioning why would LeBron James say ain't no party like a Diddy party and questioning how many of the Diddy parties that LeBron James attended. And then he goes from that to the extreme of LeBron James needs to be imprisoned with Sean Diddy Combs. That would have a very more going from just saying an allegation to saying you need to be in prison. Pastor, what's going on, man? Salute to the big dog in the building, man. Salute to you, Pastor. So as you guys saw on the screen, at that time, 2021, July the 21st, Cappy Pondexter, former WNBA superstar, came out and alleged LeBron James stole all of her money and trafficked her. Now, LeBron James, to my knowledge, I never heard him respond to these allegations or his team. According to this report, back then, it says that, you know, and I'll read it, Cappy Pondexter was the second overall pick in the 2006 WNBA draft and saw a fairly successful career within the league. She was a 7-time All-Star and was mainly used as a threat from mid-range. She was even voted in as one of the 15 greatest WNBA players in league history by the fans back in 2011. After having retired in 2018, Cappy Pondexter was relatively quiet on the social front, according to this report. It says, however, in October of last year, she went missing following her getting arrested on a battery charge. She was found later that week. Fast forward to today, in this article, it says she's blaming her disappearance on LeBron Ramon James. Cappy Pondexter, at that time, went to her Instagram Live and essentially called out LeBron James for allegedly trafficking her while also stealing all of her money. She would let everybody watch her live know that she doesn't bleep with LeBron James due to everything he's allegedly done to her, is what she said. Now, she made these scathing allegations. Now, it says the report says during this live of hers, she also says that she's been missing for 2 years when this is simply just not the case. Now, this article says that she suffered from mental health issues, and this accusation directed towards the 4-time champion, most definitely the article says must stem from that, right? Now, you had fans online that were upset with her and said that she was capping and trying to ruin the great reputation of LeBron James. But she had come out with these allegations.
I ain't confused. I ain't on that shit. That nigga tried to kill me for real. I just fucking got out of that shit. I've been missing for almost like 2 years. I didn't even know where the fuck I was at. I do not fuck with LeBron James. That nigga's a trafficker, my nigga. That nigga is a trafficker. He is a fucking trafficker. He trafficked women in real time. That nigga stole all my money out of my bank account. I ain't no hoe.
Now, I don't know what's going on with this woman today. I don't know what happened with this woman today, but She made some real devastating allegations against LeBron James, but nothing ever came of it. LeBron James, again, is an innocent man. He hadn't been charged with anything to this point. He hadn't gone to court for anything at this point. And for the most part of his career, LeBron James has had a pretty prestigious, squeaky career. He hadn't had any like major issues in his career. But in the last few years, for some reason, he's been facing multiple allegations in just different realms of allegations. And I can't understand where all these allegations are coming from against LeBron James. Again, I told you, you understand what I'm saying? You had all of these things going on with LeBron James. You had the allegations from Chael Sonnen. And
If you're not in a jam, there's nothing on the table.
And this is what Chael Sonnen had to say about LeBron James. That's UFC former fighter who now works at ESPN, Chael Sonnen.
You guys know what a dry snitch is? Have you heard that term? A dry snitch is a lingo on the streets. And you know what a rat is? A rat is somebody that gets in a jam, but if they have information on somebody that's bigger, you can take the cheese, you can give that information up, you can get yourself out. Okay. But a dry snitch is where you're not in a jam, there's nothing on the table, and you just offer a guy up. Sorry, you just offered him up. And I got to tell you, so a couple of months ago, I did Andrew Schultz's show, and topic of LeBron James had come up. LeBron James and EPO. And there was a bit of a misconception there that I was giving LeBron a hard time. I was not. I had my days with LeBron. I feel as though I've told them to you, but he won me over. It was all cool in the gang. I shared a story with you guys when I was having my, whatever that was. Whatever that was. He was coming to the event. Where did LeBron hurt my feelings somewhere along the way. He was coming to the event, and then he was sidling up with Anderson Silva. Like, it was something as simple as that. To get into my crosshairs, just to share with you, like, you know, wasn't overly bad. And then I shared a story with you guys. I had a friend, a girl, name is Paige, and she was locked out of her room at the Mandalay Bay. It was a crazy time in the morning. It was 3 a.m. or something like this. And she's sitting on this, there's a bench down there. She's sitting, she doesn't have her ID. She's got a room upstairs, but she doesn't have her license to go to the desk and get the key. And she's sitting there completely dejected. I mean, this is where she's going to have to stay. And he sees her and he comes up. And he says, hey, is there something wrong? You can read it on her face. And she told him what happened. I can't get into my room. I don't have an ID. And he said, come on. And he took her up. And he said, I need to get this girl a key. Told her the room number. And they said, no, we don't have an ID. Threw down $500. He said, I need to get her a key. And they say, hey, that's not how it works. You know, we can't do that. He threw down $500. Said, I need to get her a key. He kept playing this game until he was broke. She actually ends up not getting the key, by the way. That's how the story. But he emptied his pocket trying to get a total stranger who happened to be my friend a key. So we're cool, right? It's all whatever. He hugged Anderson and I got my little feelings or whatever. We're all done. And years later, I'm on Andrew Schultz and man, this guy, you know, he's taking EPO. We got the same dealer. And I'm speaking to a positivity of medicines that are out there. It was a very different point. And I'm here in Oregon. They got a channel called 970. It's an AM channel. I want to say it's called The Fan. 970 The Fan. Rings a bell. But you got these two guys that come on there, and they're syndicated, and they do a very good job. And they were speaking about this. And they're saying, well, you know, how could you trust that guy? And blah, blah, blah. You're going to have to deal with those things. But they were still missing the point. This wasn't to out somebody or act like his good deeds or his good career or his scores or his titles were somehow illegitimate. It wasn't like that. But you will have certain sports where it's a level playing field of cheating. It's a level playing field of cheating. And the expression everybody's doing it, that's not true and that's a cop-out. But there are times on a broad stroke, it's more accurate than non-accurate of a statement. We have a lot of sports to this day who have never discovered as an industry chemical enhancement. And if I was to look at the guys in the NBA a year, I'm not going to need all my fingers. In the entire league, I'm not going to need all of my fingers. And so when you have a guy that's on the cocktail, test, growth, EPO, ultimate cocktail that's created, these three. When you have a guy that's on that, I am speaking to the power of the medicine. The Rock has always been very nice to me. I don't like to come out and disparage the Rock. He's always been a very sweet guy. It bothers me that he won't tell people what he's doing, right? If you're going to put your picture out, you're going to put your look, don't talk about it because, I eat pancakes on Sundays only and I do these things because somebody's going to go and do that. I'm one of those guys. I grew up under Hulk Hogan. I'm also not mad at Hulk. He's also very sweet to me. But I did grow up under Hulk Hogan, and I did do all sorts of curls, and I did do all sorts of push-ups, and I did these all the time, trying to look like him. And before you know it, this all the time business I'm speaking of was 15 years. 15 years of gym memberships and in the weight room. But he hadn't told me the rest of it. And I only bring that to you because, steroid is such a derogatory term, but anabolics are perfectly good medicine. You'll see this on TV all the time. Hey, man, if you're over 40, call 1-800-TESTOSTERONE. Like, it's one of these things. I'm not talking about doing something illegally. It just sounds that way, right? You have good medicines that athletes use to cheat and give you a very bad name. And I'm trying to go to the other side with it, the side that Schwarzenegger went to, the side that Sylvester Stallone went to, the side that Suzanne Summers went to, which is to go out, look great, feel great, and then tell people the truth about what you did. And there's a number of reasons. You're not going to come upset. I just keep dealing, but I'm trying to speak to you about this. Is a fascinating medicine, right? I mean, this was my whole beef with Lance Armstrong. I'm the first one that says Lance was cheated. Lance considered suing me. I went on the Jim Rome show. Do you guys know about this? I went on the Jim Rome show, and I told you, see, you couldn't say Lance Armstrong at the Olympic Training Center. I'm walking all over town at the coffee shop. I'm seeing these yellow bracelets that were these Lance Armstrong Live Strong. It was all of these things. And people were so proud. I mean, it was this thing. I'm looking around going, yeah, but athletes, you can't even say his name. Lance Armstrong was a 4-letter word at the Olympic Training Center in the 90s. That's how much athletes know. He didn't get cracked and go sit on Oprah's couch until, what was it, guys, 2011? In the 90s, athletes knew. You wouldn't see one of those at the Olympic Training Center. None. Because they knew that he was cheating. And the problem for me, I'm personalizing. It wasn't the use of the medicine. It was the fact that you would discover, somebody grabbed you. You're not a chemist. You're not a doctor. You didn't go into a lab. You didn't work on this. Somebody grabbed you. Somebody that had knowledge. Somebody who did do those things grabbed you, and they let you in on something fascinating. They let you in on something that was legal that could make you better at your job. EPO, by the way, guys, is legal. Now, controlled substance, you must prescription. It's against sport rule. Like, don't think you need to share these things with me. I'm just sharing for you. This is not like having a Class C substance. This is not like being in the possession of cocaine, by example. So that's always where my aggravation comes, right? When you have somebody that discovers something, I mean, Sylvester Stallone goes on the Letterman show when I was a sophomore in high school, and Suzanne Summers wrote a book that was separated by like 3 months, and they both told the truth. Sylvester Stallone said, hey, there's something out there called human growth hormone. In other countries, it sits on the shelves. I several times have driven across the border into Mexico. I just walked in the pharmacy and grabbed it. Here in America, you can't get it come hook or crook, and that will be different. In 30 years, when people finally realize, to what I've already realized, you will be able to get it. This was just a claim he made. I mean, I'm just going back all this time, and I remember him saying it. It was a very honorable thing that Stallone did, and he wants to go out and put out pictures and videos and show himself lifting weights. That's very honorable, because he's telling us what he's doing. And if that inspires you or something you'd like to do, you can now follow his recipe and have a reasonable expectation that you get somewhere to those same gains. I think there's an honor in that. And when I brought up to Andrew Schultz about the EPO and LeBron James, I just bring that to you. I'm not putting down LeBron. There's 10 guys that do it. Like, that has separated itself. I mean, I only know one golfer that's on the diet. I'm talking about the big three. I'm talking about booster test, IGF-1, which means growth hormone, EPO. I only know one golfer. All of golf. I only know ever in the history of golf. All the way back to, remember the Lee Trevino, the great? I only know one golfer that they call him Tiger, because this stuff works. And it also is legal. The 3 that I just said are legal. It's the John Cena approach. Tell people I've never taken anything. Well, he says that because he's never taken anything illegal. He just happens to know a secret that so many others don't, which is you can get prescribed these medications. And I was just speaking to the power.
So he's basically saying that these people are allegedly taking this stuff, and it's not illegal to get it. It's just illegal in the sport because it's cheating. It gives you an enhancement over everybody else. So in your sport, it's illegal, but it's not any illegal like it used to be in illegal period, like against the law, against like you going to jail. But he said that people have allegedly found a way around, you know, having something that's illegal against the law, and he said that people was going to go get this in Mexico, just going right across the border, go in the store, go get it in Mexico, come back, and people were ahead of the game. Now these things were illegal in their own professional sports, is what Chael Sonnen is saying. But these are all the different allegations that people. I'm telling y'all, man, people have been slowing allegations at this man, and LeBron James has said nothing to any of these people from what we know. And now, like I said, you come to today to where you have Colby Covington, right? Who is a current fighter. Colby Covington, who's a current fighter, come out and say the things that he said about LeBron James. And that was just, I mean, bro.
I want to ask LeBron, what does he mean by there's no party like a Diddy party? I truly want to know. And not only that, LeBron, how many Diddy parties have you actually been to? I'm really curious to know. And is that the reason you left social media? Because all the backlash you were getting for going to so many Diddy parties? It's just pathetic, man. People think this guy's a role model, wants to defund the police, the most patriot people of America serving and protecting our country. LeBron, you're a fucking scumbag, and I hope you get locked up in the same cell with Diddy. I want to ask LeBron.
That's insane. And so, I mean, I think that LeBron James, with all of these different allegations over the years, and now people saying all these different things, making all these different comments, now he just took a leave of absence out of the blue. I don't know, man. It's getting real scary out here, man. It's getting real scary out here. Last night on Inside the NBA, I don't know if you guys watched TNT, the show with Kenny, Charles, and Shaq and EJ. Last night on Inside the NBA, they referenced Jay-Z's name, and Shaq got up and walked off the set. As soon as Kenny the Jet Smith referenced his name, and I was like, damn, what the hell? Shaq just immediately got up and just walked off the set. As soon as Kenny said Jay-Z, said, no, man, come on, man. Just got up and walked right off the set, right in the middle of the show. And so all of these things, man, that are being said, bro, I don't know, man. It's starting to confuse me, man. You know what I'm saying? Again, LeBron James is innocent. He hadn't been charged with anything, but there's just a lot of people just talking and saying stuff, and now they're saying it publicly. They've been saying this stuff publicly for years now. And, it's just that the noise is getting louder and louder and louder. And to have a guy like Colby Covington, who's a current UFC fighter, he's a welterweight, interim welterweight champion, to go on a show that's being placed on ESPN and to make those comments about LeBron James, unbelievable, man. And then last night, we did the video last night on something different, talking about what the former NFL running back had to say about the allegations he brought out against Jay-Z and Beyonce. And I don't know, man. This thing getting real spooky, man. It's getting real spooky, man. It's going to be a lot of stuff, man, that I think that the general public may not be ready for. And again, You know, LeBron has never responded to any of this stuff. As far as things that have been said about him, publicly at least, I had never heard him respond to any of the allegations that's been made by Chael Sonnen. I never, and to the brother who said, who's Larry Johnson? Larry Johnson is a former running back in the NFL for the Kansas City Chiefs. Larry Johnson was a monster. He could play. Larry Johnson can play. It's a guy on the right-hand side of your screen. Larry Johnson. Larry Johnson can play. Larry Johnson came out last night or yesterday and made some serious allegations against Jay-Z and Beyonce. And I talked about that in a different video on my channel, man, last night. Y'all can go check out that video. That video is going viral. It's just a lot of stuff, man. You know what I'm saying? A lot of things, man. And so, I don't know, man. Like I said before, man, you know, LeBron James he's had a stellar career. As far as he hasn't never been in any kind of trouble. He's never had any kind of real, you know what I'm saying? You know, issues like that. And, you know, now to have these things be whispering out. And then you also infamously had the police officer from the NYPD, Derek Parker, who was hip hop police, who arrested Sean Diddy Combs the night of the shooting incident that involved Sean, where J-Lo was present at that club. He recently came out and said that they knew for a fact, definitely, that LeBron James was at these parties. He said that on the news.
Other more important people that are at these freak-off parties that are everybody's running scared right now. If you notice.
So who other more important people? Like, what are the names that you would be looking
Well,
at?
I mean, Ashton Kutcher has already been linked to having business with Diddy and being involved with some of the things. So I know that he's a little taken back by this because I've been hearing that about him. And then there are other people that Diddy has had relationships with. You got to remember, he was a billionaire and on a billionaire status where he moved and ran with the most elite celebrities and entertainers in the world. So I'm sure all these people were at this party at one time. LeBron James was always saying, "Hey, Diddy party there's no party like a Diddy party." So,
I mean, because I've been reading about that too. Do we really think LeBron James went to some?
Oh yeah, he was at those parties. From what we know, he was definitely at those parties.
He said, "Oh yeah, he was at those parties." Think about what he said at the end. He said, "From what we know, he was definitely at those parties." Why would the police say that? Once again, this is police officer Derek Parker. Why would he say, "We most definitely know"? So it just made me sit back and think, have they been privately investigating other people that we don't know about? Are there investigations that he may know about that have been going on? Because you got to listen to the words he said. He didn't say, "Oh, we think." He said, "Definitely." Listen to it again.
These people were at this party at one time. LeBron James was always saying, "Hey, Diddy party there's no party like a Diddy party." So,
because I've been reading about that too. Do we really think LeBron James went to some?
Oh yeah, he was at those parties. From what we know, he was definitely at those parties.
Man, what you talking about? We need receipts, Tim Jones. What the hell is wrong with you, man? I just played what the goddamn police said, man. What the hell is wrong with these people, man? This ain't no Tom, Dick, or Harry. I just said what the goddamn NYPD police officer said, man. What the hell is wrong with you? Talking about you need receipts. The police just said that. Not no Tom, Dick, or Harry off the street. What the hell is wrong with these people? The police.
These people were at this party at one time. LeBron James was always saying, "Hey, Diddy party there's no party like a Diddy party." So,
because I've been reading about that too. Do we really think LeBron James went to some?
Oh yeah, he was at those parties. From what we know, he was definitely at those parties.
He said, "From what we know, he was definitely at those parties. And look how he mentioned it in the very beginning. He said, you said, show you the evidence. Well, take your monkey ass to court. If it ever go to court, you'll get the evidence. Until then, you're blocked. Get out my channel, dog. I don't want to talk to nobody who ain't got no goddamn common sense. Get out my channel, bro. At the beginning of the video, listen to what he says. He says freak off parties. He didn't just say regular party. He said freak off parties. Listen right here, y'all.
Other more important people that are at these freak off parties that are
people that are at these freak off parties. Listen to it again.
Other more important people that are at these freak off parties that are
freak off parties. He didn't say regular parties. He said freak off parties. It's the police now.
Other more important people that are at these freak off parties that are everybody's running scared right now. You notice.
So who
said everybody's running scared? How the police know this? Go look him up. NYPD Officer Derek Parker. Google him. His picture gonna come up online. What is wrong with these people? You got the police out here saying, oh yeah, we definitely know. We ain't talking about nobody. The police. The same police officer that arrested Diddy during the gun case. What's wrong with these people, bro? Now, does that mean LeBron James is guilty of a crime? No. But I'm telling you what they're saying. Y'all need to listen. Open your mind and listen to what these people saying. This man said that they definitely know. When he says they, who he talking about? Who is the they? Who is the they that Officer Derek Parker's talking about? Who is the they? We want to know who the they is that he's talking about. Who is the they? One more time for your mind.
These people were at this party at one time. LeBron James was always saying, hey, Diddy party there's no party like a Diddy party. So,
I mean, wait, because I've been reading about that too. Do we really think LeBron James went to some?
Oh yeah, he was at those parties. From what we know, he was definitely at those parties.
From what we know, he was definitely at those parties. And you can ask about Derek Parker because all of the hip hop scene knew who he was. Because Derek Parker, back in that time, was following all these rappers around New York. Remember, the rappers used to rap about him. They used to be like, yo, the hip hop cops is on our tail. That was real. Anybody that knows anything about the hip hop police, that was real. They assigned a hip hop police unit just to hip hop to investigate rappers, to investigate the entire hip hop scene, because some of these things were turning violent. Some of the things people were rhyming about, they were turning into gunplay in the streets. It was getting violent. So they had a whole hip hop cop unit in New York following these guys. So Derek Parker is the officer. He's the hip hop officer that actually arrested Diddy during that gun case. Look it up. So when he said, oh, we definitely know, I'm like, we? What the hell is he talking about, we? He's talking about the police department? So that would mean that he knows somebody or something that's been investigating something. Right? Henny Hardaway, once again, I'll say it again on this channel. LeBron James is innocent, has not been charged with any crime. I'm just telling you what the people are saying, including the police. What the hell is wrong with people? When the police come and arrest a person, let me say this on YouTube again, because I think that a mind is a terrible goddamn thing to waste on YouTube. I really think it is a mental problem with a lot of people that's going on. Ladies and gentlemen, this is how the legal system works. Everybody knows this that got half a brain. The police come, they arrest you. They accuse you and say, this is why we are arresting you. Right? They cuff you. They take you to jail. Right? You either get bail or you don't. But they charge you with a crime. Now, right? if this is a high-profile case, more than likely, and I say high-profile because that's what type of case this is. The general public will never see the evidence until trial. Case in point, P&B Rock. Did they show y'all all the P&B Rock video footage before the trial? And all the evidence they had against them dudes that committed that crime before the trial? No. When did you see it? You saw it when you went to court, Janet Jackass. Did you see all that evidence in the O.J. Simpson trial before it went to court? When we saw all the evidence? No. Why? Because you see the evidence when you go to court. And then a jury or a judge determines if the evidence is enough to convict. Stop acting like they arrest people and then show all the evidence to the general public and say, yeah, this is all the evidence right here. They don't do that. They may leak you out a few pieces here and there, especially if if you got a manhunt going on or something like that. But they will hold the evidence. Now, let me educate people who don't know nothing about the law. The reason why they hold evidence until the trial is because if there's witnesses, they don't want witnesses to be tampered with, right? If there's evidence that they have, they don't want this evidence to be tampered with or people to be tipped off from the other side on the evidence they have. They want to be able to come into court and present their evidence against you without that evidence being tampered with or anything like that. So when people say, oh man, I ain't got no evidence, man, they just make, bro, it has to go to court. Y'all know this. When it goes to court is when they show the evidence. Period. Excuse me, sir. You have to have enough evidence to make an arrest. What the hell is wrong with you? You have to listen, let me say this again. In order to get a warrant for an arrest, especially against high-profile people, you have to have enough evidence to show a judge to get an arrest. What the hell is wrong with people, man? These motherfuckers, y'all think they got the whole half a task force, run down on Diddy's house, run in there, cuff him, lock him up, and they ain't got no evidence at all. They just went to a judge and said, hey, man, we think Diddy been doing this. Let's lock him up. Man, y'all dudes crazy as hell, man. You have to have evidence. Now, that's why Diddy's bail has been rejected 3 times, because all of the judges who saw some of the evidence in the bail hearing said, oh, hell no, this is enough evidence right here to where we got to hold him. You haven't seen the evidence, but the judges have. What the hell is wrong with these people? I don't know what's going on with people on our planet. I really don't understand what's going on with people on our earth. I don't understand why this situation in Boss Claus was up, homie, salute. I don't understand why people have a hard time understanding this type of stuff, man. I don't understand. This is crazy. Excuse me, sir. I'm blocking your ass. I swear to God, I'm blocking your ass. You blocked. Nigga, you blocked. You blocked. You're blocked. You're blocked. Didn't I just say in this chat room, sir, that LeBron James has not been arrested and he has not been found guilty of any crime? Bro, you are a jockstrap sniffer, bro. You're out of here, bro. Something is really wrong with y'all brains, how you think, how you act. I swear, now I see why this world is in the position that it's in. I swear, bro. I swear, man. I swear, bro, you ain't gonna get my blood pressure up this morning. I swear, bro. Now I see why, bro. It is a serious problem going on around this world, man. I promise y'all this, bro. It's called stinking thinking. A lot of y'all was not listening in class, man. A lot of y'all you went to school, you was a major in criminal justice, and you didn't learn a goddamn thing. The teacher just passed you. Unbelievable, man. Unbelievable stuff, man. I can't believe this, bro. I cannot believe people can't put A and B together. You got people that's just so stupid, will say dumb shit just to say it, bro. It don't make no sense. Hey, man, they ain't got no evidence. Are y'all niggas crazy? Now, the evidence they have, a court, judge, or a jury will determine if the evidence is sufficient to send this person to prison or not. But especially when the feds come get you, what the feds have to do is, sir, and I'm going to say this the last time I say this, the feds have to present a judge enough evidence, first of all, just to go search your house. So if you ask me, in my personal opinion, how the judge, how they got enough evidence to go search P. Diddy's homes, I believe they got enough evidence through witnesses. I believe they got sworn statements. I believe, this is what I believe, and I ain't gonna tell you what the name of the person I believe did it, but I believe it was a man and a woman. And I believe they gave the entire layout of Diddy's mansions. That's how they knew exactly where to go and find stuff. See, I'm gonna tell you something. People gotta use their brain. A lot of people do not use their brains. And this really hurts me as a brother, man. It hurts me, bro. It does, man, because people don't use their brains. Let me tell y'all something, right? The biggest mistake that some of these people ever make, the biggest criminals, the biggest mistake they ever make is that the woman that they're with, they think they're always going to be with this woman and nothing's ever going to go bad. And they tell her everything. She knows everything. She's inside the operation. So what happens if the police can flip her? Well, guess what? Now they got the whole layout. So if they can get a sworn testimony from her, sworn statement from another person, and just an inkling of evidence, meaning, let me give you an example because I want y'all to get on my level of thinking because some of these niggas ain't got no brains. Meaning, if the police say, well, let me give y'all an example. Can you prove that they're defaced choppers in that house? Oh, yeah, I can prove it. I got pictures right here in my phone. Look, here go the pictures of them right here. If you go upstairs, go in this room, go in that room, go over there, look under there, you're going to see them right there. Oh, okay, you got pictures of that? Yeah. So when you have a scorned woman around you who's upset that you might not be treating her correctly or upset that she might not be your number one always, right? I'm telling you guys right now, y'all going to see what's going to happen. These are the type of things that can happen. Now they start collecting evidence on you for the longest time. Just in case. So now she is privy to everything you have going on around you. Your whole operation, right? She may be a part of it until it's time for her not to be. So now what happens? They give the whole layout. Pictures, photos, videos, all this they give to the police. Maybe because they're scorned by you, right? So then what happens is when they talk to the feds, they give all of this evidence to the feds. Photos, videos inside your crib, all of these things. And now the feds, what they do is take this to a judge and say, hey, man, look, we got probable cause, enough evidence to say that if we go search this house right now, we're going to find guns, drugs, and all these other things. Now, these people don't been all around the crib. So now they know the whole layout. So the police, the feds, they got the entire layout of your crib, all of these things. They know exactly where everything is at. But these dumbasses sitting up here talking about, hey, man, they running in here and don't even know what they talking about. You niggas is fools. And when they come to the trial, they gonna say, God damn, this nigga Ticket is a fucking genius because I got a high level of thinking than a lot of these buck-ass niggas. As I told you before, they had to have probable cause to go inside that man's home like that. Meaning, they were probably giving photos of choppers, all kind of stuff. So when you sleeping or you partying or you doing whatever you doing, and this girl, she's fed up, or this dude, he's tired of you treating him like shit, they taking pictures around your crib. Taking pictures around your crib. Straight like that. Taking pictures around your crib. Right? So just in case. Right? So now when the feds come and they want their testimony, now they give the feds all this information. Oh yeah, well, he got guns in there, all this other stuff. I was in fear. He got this, that, and the third, blah, say, blah. Okay, well, we're going to use your testimony in exchange for you not being charged. Okay, cool. They take this information to a judge. A judge says, damn, They gave you the whole layout of the crib. If you go over here, you go upstairs, the crib got 15 rooms. You go over here, it's going to be this going to be found. You go over here, this going to be found. You go in here, this going to be found. Meanwhile, the general public don't know all of this. This is classified information. You just see when the feds run down on this crib and go take everything, and y'all sitting out here with a dumb mind, sitting out here talking about some, man, they don't went and ran into the dude's crib without no type of evidence. Bro, you don't know who's working with them people. You don't know, bro, when the feds work on you, bro, let me tell you something. Bro, the feds have been sitting on dudes. I'm telling y'all this. And I was never capping, sir, because Diddy's ass in jail right now. So let you know I ain't capping. The feds have been, ask anybody, bro. Anybody who been in the feds. How do I know this? Because look at all the dudes that have been in the feds who talked about this shit on YouTube, who did Fed time, who did 25, 30 years and came out and talked about this shit on YouTube, online. They've had feds go in here and put plants on dudes for 5 years. They could have arrested you on day 2, but they didn't want to. They wanted to rack up all the information and get as wide of a scope and as many people as they could to really lock in a real case. That's why they brought in RICOs with the old gangsters and all this other stuff to get entire criminal organizations. Y'all got to use your mind and understand what really is going on here. This case got all kind of snitches involved, all kind of snitches. And when you got so many people that's around you, the people that's close to you, you're not stopping them. And if you went and watched one of these dudes' lawsuits, this man had pictures, photos, videos, all this stuff inside. You think he didn't get that to the feds? You think he didn't get all that to the police? And they use that, give that to a judge, and the judge instantly goes sign that warrant. You cannot run into a dude. They cannot run down in a dude's house like that with just all we think is a no. You better know 100% sure. And they got that assurance. That's why they ran into that dude's crib. So what I'm trying to tell y'all is that when y'all keep talking about, oh, it ain't no evidence, ain't no this, ain't no that, ain't no third. First of all, they can already get Diddy on the drugs and the guns. They've already found that in his crib. The defaced guns and the drugs, that's already 15 right there. They have this under the racketeering. Look, forget the sex trafficking and the prostitution. This is under the racketeering. Dudes in a RICO charge have got life. Just in a RICO. That's organized crime. Do niggas know the law? So they say coercion, beatings, kidnapping. Don't y'all know? When everybody was saying, oh man, that tape with Cassie, that don't mean nothing. You niggas is out y'all goddamn mind. Niggas ain't got no fucking brains. On that tape, that Cassie tape alone showed y'all multiple things. Kidnapping, for one, because she was trying to escape and you held her against her will. That's kidnapping. That goes right under the RICO. 2, kidnapping by force. The beatings, right? Oh, you say, oh man, that's a misdemeanor. Not underneath the Fed play in a RICO. No. Think and use your brains. Then they say they have a witness. They revealed that was a freak off and that person had been trafficked, the male who was involved in that freak off. They revealed that in court the other week in the bail hearing, that the witness was a man who was in the room. They also revealed that they have records, bank records, phone records. You know they got the camera records down there. Listen, think about this. I want everybody to think about this. Use your brain. When you talk about a case like this, that one tape, they ain't gonna just care about that tape with the Cassie tape. That's a big tape right there. You know the other tape that nobody's talking about? The daily tapes when people are coming in the lobbies. The elevator tapes when people are going up and down the elevators. Those big corporations always got those videos. So they can prove who was coming in and out of those hotels. They can see all the different ladies that were coming in and out those hotels, going up and down those. You guys don't think like that. But then when the case comes out and the feds lay all this shit out, you gonna say, damn, they had all this. That's why I be trying to tell people, man. They talking about they ain't got no evidence. No, they're not going to show you all their evidence. But think about this. They had 3 different judges that all looked at the evidence they showed them and was like, nah, man, there's too much evidence right here. And people talking about, oh, they holding them without no evidence. Nigga, you not seeing the evidence. You not going to see the evidence until trial. The actual judges are seeing the evidence. This is the part that people got to use their brains and think. Them people not just fitting to come get you for play. Now, the question is, you understand what I'm saying? The question is do they have enough evidence to, when you get to court, that's going to be able to convict you? Now, most of the times, the feds do. And the reason why the feds have such a high conviction rate, because the feds not going to move like the state police. State police, they catch you on a charge, they come to pop you. They're not finna sit up on you, open up shop. The feds will sit on you for 4 or 5 years. The feds will be sitting on you have files on you for 4, 5, 6 years. Won't even run down on you, let you do all kind of crimes because they want to build up and see the scope of this criminal activity you got going on. In fact, the feds will put somebody right in there with you. You think this nigga cool the whole time. Oh, Jay Reed ass nigga. Sitting right beside you, nigga. You ain't no cop, Jay Reed, right? Jay Reed, you a cop? Whole time. Doing all kind of shit with you. You think, hey, man, ain't no way this dude could be dirty. Remember in the movie? Just like in the movie. Remember in the movie they had Jay Reed acting like he was going to pop off on the dude. He kept missing the dude. Remember? Tested. All right? You guys got to understand that. So the feds have done that in big drug cases. Go look on YouTube. Go look at all these dudes that talked about this. Said, man, they had a snitch on me the whole time. I was selling to a snitch who was working for the feds the whole time for 5 years, didn't even know it. And they was building up a case against me. Think about it. So this whole time, the feds, they could have been came and got you when you sold the first one. But they wanted to see how high up they could get. So they just sat on you for 5 years. That way, they made the case so that you can't weasel your way out of this. We got your ass. Right? Ain't no talking down, ain't no pleading, ain't none of that shit. You gonna do what we want you to do. Right? So that's why I tell people, you gotta use y'all brain. When these people talking all this shit about Tony Busby. Tony Busby ain't running around here. Tony Busby has not won $10 billion of litigation being a damn fool. Tony Busby would have to be the biggest goddamn fool in America to risk his entire career in his league. For this man to risk his legal practice and license, to risk his entire reputation and everything, to come out here capping on 2 black billionaires, Diddy and Jay-Z? Shit. Hell no. Niggas say to me, hey, you think he bluffing? Hell no, I don't think he bluffing. I'm coming correct against this white boy. Ain't no way in hell. Nope. So when y'all think he bluffing, that's when y'all gonna get caught. That's when you gonna get caught slipping. Because you think he bluffing. He ain't bluffing. If he was bluffing when he went to Jay-Z and his lawyer for the mediation to settle it behind the scenes, and they said, nah, we ain't gonna give you a penny, he'd have dipped out and said, nah, we ain't gonna file this lawsuit. Nah, he stood on his nuts, filed the lawsuit again, and dropped Jay-Z's name. Think about it. Think about it. Think about it. And now you got the police out here. He said this, bro. I want y'all to think, use y'all mind. The police said this, bro. Not Ticket. The police said, we definitely know. Who is we? When the police say we, who he talking about we? Is he talking about the other? Is there a secret police department that's been investigating Diddy or whatever? Think about this. Listen to this again.
These people were at this party at one time. LeBron James was always saying, hey, Diddy party there's no party like a Diddy party. So,
I mean, wait, because I've been reading about that too. Do we really think LeBron James went to some?
Oh yeah, he was at those parties. From what we know, he was definitely at those parties.
From what we know, He was definitely at those parties. From what we know, who's we? That would have been my next question to him. People don't be asking these people the right question. I'm like, who is we? Y'all got an investigation going on? Think. Then you had Gene Deal on all the dialogue.
Powerful. You didn't get that powerful without having one or.
Everybody talks shit about Gene Deal. But here's the one thing you can't take away from Gene Deal. Gene Deal been around Puffy on a daily basis. One thing you cannot take away from Gene Deal, he have been around P. Diddy on a daily basis for years. All the people that's online, oh, Gene Deal ain't shit, he a bitch, he just said the third. Nigga, he was there, you wasn't. He was there. You remember what you call said, bitch, you wasn't with me shooting in the gym? Gene Deal was right there shooting in the gym. He was there. One thing you can't take away from Gene Deal, he was there at a time every single day. He was there. So he would know some of the ways that old boy was operating.
Powerful. You didn't get that powerful without having one or two or maybe three ups on somebody. Diddy always been the type of individual that want to have ups on the next person no matter what they was doing. Like,
Gene would know that. Why would Gene know that? Because he was with Diddy every day. So he would know how Diddy think, how he operate, how he move. Gene was the muscle. He was the security. So he would know. He telling you something from his experience. He would know. He was right there. He was the muscle. So how a nigga that wasn't there gonna tell you what this nigga who was there know and don't know? That's like that's like anybody listening to this video right now. I'm not in your house. How in the blue hell I'm gonna tell you what you got going on in your house right now, and I'm not in your house with you? Nigga, I ain't there. I can speculate. I can't say that shit is the fact. But Gene Deal told you this is how the man thought. Just what Gene Deal said, who was there every day for a period of time.
Powerful. You didn't get that powerful without having one or two or maybe three ups on somebody. Diddy always been the type of individual that want to have ups on the next person no matter what they was doing. Like, he always played artists against each other. He did it to Big, he did it to Craig Mack. You understand? I said before, he did the stuff to Ja Rule, you know what I'm saying? So how the ups on Ja Rule so he could go after Jay-Z.
Think about what Gene just said right there. Gene accused Diddy of playing Ja Rule against Jay-Z. He wanted to go after Jay-Z, but him and Jay-Z supposed to be cool. Think about what Gene just said. Now think about right now, y'all. Diddy's situation went down. We ain't heard nothing from nobody. Not Jay's lawyers, not Jay-Z, not nobody from that side. We heard nothing from them when Diddy's situation went down and Diddy been locked up. They've been quiet. Jay-Z gets jammed and they put him in Diddy's name, and Diddy's lawyer comes out and says, oh yeah, we agree with Jay-Z. But don't nobody else say nothing from Jay-Z's team about Diddy. Think. I noticed that. You ain't heard no statements on either side outside of the lawyer. Think. Think. It's almost like it's every man for himself, which make me go back to think about what Gene Deal said.
Powerful. You didn't get that powerful without having one or two or maybe three ups on somebody. Diddy always been the type of individual that want to have ups on the next person no matter what they was doing. Like, He always played artists against each other. He did it to Big. He did it to Craig Mack. You understand? I said before, he did the stuff to Ja Rule. You know what I'm saying? So how the ups on Ja Rule so he could go after Jay-Z. You understand what I'm saying? So he always played those kind of up games on people. So to have those cameras and know what he was doing is going to give him the ups on everybody who came to that party. Even your favorite basketball player. Ain't no party like a Diddy party. We know who said that. He may be one of the persons got caught up in the Diddy party.
LeBron said that, but yeah, you might be right. You know, it sounds like he had all them hidden cameras to use it against people.
I think that was said in the indictment, right?
And that's the last thing I want to say. It's funny how so many people taking up for Diddy, right? A dude who allegedly was blackmailing all these people. What type of what type of character allegedly are you if you allegedly are blackmailing all these people? Think about that. Put that on your brain. Put that on your brain. So now everybody that could potentially have been in them tapes could be caught up in this situation. Think about it. And this is something that's been going on allegedly for the longest. Why? Because the girl said that Hugh Hefner used to do the same thing. He used to videotape all that shit. She said the difference between Hugh Hefner, though, he had those videotapes out there in the public. Everybody knew they was getting taped. The Precious Mirror girl from the UK. Use y'all brains, man. And if you ask me, it seems like this is what it seems like, in my opinion. And this is the last thing I'm going to say, and I'm going to leave it like this. Again, we're not talking, LeBron James has no charges against him. And just people just making statements and allegations over the years. You know what I'm saying? But he doesn't have any charges. He's innocent until proven guilty if he's charged on anything. But I'm going to say this. Bro, this shit, I told y'all the other day, shit gonna get diabolical, nigga. It seems like the feds are gonna use Tony Busby and some of these other lawyers to sweep the streets completely. That's what I feel like is gonna happen. I think that they're going to completely sweep the streets. That's what I think. I told you guys last night when I came in here, all these things that happen for no reason. Use your mind and think. Yesterday comes out the article in the BBC News that now, and I did a video on this yesterday, now the lawyer Tony Busby says he has a potential 300 cases against Diddy, and they're working with the feds. Remember I told y'all that superseding indictment? That shit gonna hit different, nigga. 300 cases? And think about this, y'all. This new situation going on with Jay-Z and these allegations, the whole goddamn industry outside a couple people been quiet. You can hear a rat fart, nigga. Straight like that. Then, yesterday you had Nas' baby moms, who Jay-Z made that rap about. Super ugly. Where he told Nas in that rap he skeeted in his Jeep, left condoms in the you-know-what seat. She came out and posted this. These days, people don't defend what is right. They defend who they like. And that's why we call you a groupie. And she also posted this. She posted that line that Jay-Z had on Kanye West's hit song Monster, where she highlighted the lines from Jay-Z. You can go listen to the song yourself. K-I-double-L a block. I murder the avenues. I R-word and pillage your village, women, and you read the rest. And then after that, she put that post. Says she later returned to write on her Instagram stories, these days people don't defend what is right. They defend who they like. And that's why we call you groupies. Right? But Tony Busby say over 65% of his clients are black. But we talking about a war on rich black men. Not a war on everyday average black men and women getting their asses took, allegedly. Just food for thought. I let y'all niggas do the dishes. I'm gone.